Clinical Testimony broadcast. I just want to appreciate the time that you've taken to be part of all of these. I know the schedules are tight, but my friends and family, what a better time to, what a glorious time really to commit the day into the hands of the Lord by speaking what you intend to achieve, what you intend to see out as outcomes for the day. There's no better time to do that than this moment. So I want to say to you this morning that the Lord is constantly available to address those issues that are pertinent to us. And this morning, our clinical testimony on this day 69 of the broadcast will come from 2 Kings chapter 4. Verse 1 to 7. And I'm going to read to your hearing very quickly. A certain woman of the wives of the sons of the prophet cried out to Elisha, saying, "Your servant, my husband, is dead, and you know that your servant feared the Lord, and the creditor is coming to take my 2 sons to be his slaves." So Elisha said to her, "What shall I do for you? Tell me, what do you have in the house?" And she said, "Your maidservant has nothing in the house but a jar of oil." Then he said, "Go borrow vessels from everywhere, from all your neighbors. Empty vessels, do not gather just a few. And when you have come in, you shall shut the door behind you and your sons. Then pour it into all those vessels and set aside the full ones." So she went from him and shut the door behind her and her sons, who brought the vessels to her, and she poured it out. Now it came to pass, when the vessels were full, that she said to her son, "Bring me another vessel." And he said to her, "There is not another vessel." So the oil ceased. Then she came and told the man of God, and he said, "Go, sell the oil and pay your debt. You and your sons live on the rest." Wow. Friends, the times that we are in are very fluid times. The grounds are shifting very fast. But here we are this morning. I'm bringing you something so profound that you are able to change. You are able to instigate better outcomes for your day. Now, here was a woman who was stricken by debt, by poverty, and all kinds of economic dislocations. And somehow, she found her way to Elisha. Her husband had served Elisha for a time, but of course, the money issues became a problem, and this woman was at the risk of losing her sons. But here is my take. You see, when she came, she was expecting a kind of a handout from the prophet. She was expecting the protocols for resolving such problem, which is, borrow more money or get a loan from the prophet, or the prophet, is endowed enough to dash her some money. But that was not the protocol. You see, the prophet chose to overturn known protocols for resolving such issues, and decided to do that which was going to be permanent for that woman. So what am I saying to you this morning? The situations are difficult, I understand that. But let us connect. Let us connect to a framework that delivers permanence. Let us connect to a framework that delivers stability. Let us connect to a framework that delivers hope. Let us connect to a framework that delivers the sure word of the Lord. Let us connect to a framework that gives you elevation. You see, the framework that the woman connected to in Elisha saw a permanent solution to her problem. The Bible says she was asked to go out and get more vessels. And listen to this. Not only was she relieved of the debt, but she had some things to live on with her sons. So this morning, friends, before you step out, I want you to understand very hastily that the Lord has more than enough capability. You see, his creative abilities are more than enough to solve the problem. You see, this woman came with a problem, but this problem was solved by God. When the Father solves a problem, the solution is always permanent. So as you prepare to go out today, friends, command your day. Command your day by this testimony. Command your day by this supernatural occurrence. You see, I bring these testimonies to you because we live in a world where we are fixated on the things that we see. We are fixated on the things that bother us. We are fixated on the things that confront us. But this is the time to be fixated on the Lord. This is the time to be fixated on Jesus Christ, the author, the finisher, and the beginning and the end of all things. This is a time to be aligned. This is the time to be adjusted in all things to him. Because you see, your solution will not bring permanence, but the solution of Jesus will always deliver stability and permanence. What this woman got was stability and permanence. And that is what you need in your life. You need stability, you need permanence. Because in the world that we live currently, there's so much chaos, there's so much waywardness, there's so much evil, there's so much ambushing. You see, this is a time to have the direction of God give you access to things that would ordinarily not come to you. So I want to encourage you this morning before you step out to frame your day with this divine solution that was provided by God through his son Elisha. Death permanently resolved. I know some of us are in debt, but I can tell you now that when the Holy Spirit makes available a peculiar direction for the resolution of your problem, that problem is permanently solved. So I bring you this beautiful testimony today because I know you are equipped, you are graced by the Father to undertake a process of turning your situation around simply by adjusting to his purpose for your life. So I want to say thank you so much for coming around this morning to be part of day 69 of the Clinical Testimony series. You see, these clinical testimonies, my friend, they have been documented in the scriptures for our use. So it is your right, it's your privilege to take them, apply them to your conditions, and see the light of God shine powerfully in that situation. May the Lord bless you and keep you. But before I go, I'd like to announce to you that you be part of our Grace for Gates Prayer Congress. There is currently a virtual program going on in our space. It is called the Grace for Gates Prayer Congress. We are on Zoom. We are on Facebook. This is the place to connect to men that are graced by the Father to change our circumstances. So on Wednesday, in fact, on Wednesday, yes, that's Wednesday, we are going to be having a Grace for Gates meeting where Brother Lancelot Okocha, who is our resident architect, and Elder Kamanga Daniel, who is our visiting architect, will join their forces to bring about the necessary change in our lives. You will be part of that program. I invite you to be part of that program because it affords you an opportunity to lift any kind of gate that is opposed to the plan of God for your life. Until I see you again tomorrow, same time, same place, may the Lord bless you. Remember, Jesus